Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to continued coverage here on day one of competition of the 2025 Open Women's Club National Championship. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. Great to have you along at Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here, hosted by the North Harbour Softball Association. We have game number 7 on the schedule. It'll be Te Aroha in the field in their black, they're from Hutt Valley, taking on Mount Albert Ramblers out of Auckland, batting in their maroon traditional tops here. Top of the first action, 2 runners on, 2 away here for Mount Albert Ramblers, and we're up to Katrina Nuku. Hitting in the 5 spot today, she was Beth Reed led off, then Leah Stockford, Charlotte Lander, Ruby Nola before Nuku now. So 2 runners on here for Mount Albert Ramblers. The rest of the batting order, can't quite see the first baseman's last handwriting here. Let's just say interesting. Debbie Townley. But it's Kirsten will be hitting next. After her will be Layla Bailey McDowd. Henry, the third basewoman, will be hitting in the 8th spot today. And Jessie Jackson, the right fielder, rounds out the batting order for Mount Albert Ramblers. And we see the walk issued to Nuku, and so we have a runner's loaded bases situation here. And I'm going to try and look up this young lady's name because I better find it in the program. Trust me, you wouldn't be able to read it off the lineup. But it is Kirsten. This one skids away and coming in to score. They'll pick up 1 here, Mount Albert Ramblers, in the top of the first innings. Well, there it is, Karsten Fuya Maono, batting now. Apologies for coming up a little bit late. The last game ran over time, with Roosters running out of victors in that game over PCU. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here. And normally we get about 15 minutes minimum, or they gave us about 4.5 minutes between games, so we're still setting up and stuff for this game. But we are underway now, and just want to thank you for your viewership here today. So 3-1 hitters count for Fuya Maono. 2 runners in scoring position. Te Aroha with their black uniforms looking to try and keep it at 1. And can't get that one on the outside edge. Defensively for the TA ladies out of Hutt Valley, Te Awa Kairangi, they are pretty good. Left to right in the outfit, it is Superwoman Caitlin Lewin at left. Centre field is Yvonne Burgess, that steadies the ship. Amber Wido will be starting right fielder. 3-2 count here, 2 away. Just misses outside, and so they'll load the bases again. Rest of that fielding lineup for Te Aroha at hot corner third base for them is Michelle Bedwell, starting shortstop Dr. Lara Andrews. Second basewoman today for them is Kiri Winiata Inoka. And at first base is Palace Potter. Behind the dish doing the catching, ever faithful Ortila Tavite. And pouring in that strike, their starting pitcher, listed as the designated player, Rongamaya Luke Royal, officially known as Sissy. There's Nola at third base, ready to run in. Up the bat now is Layla Bailey McDowd. She pulls that one down the line. Long-time player out of Kaiapoi, as Bailey McDowd has moved to Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland for mahi, for work, and is enjoying her first full season playing in Auckland now with Mount Albert Ramblers. This one outside. Rongamai Luke Royal, mainstay for Te Aroha on the hill for a number of years now, and Hutt Valley. Very deliberate in her delivery. This one up top. The key to her game by far is precision. This one pulled down the line. So, Luke Royal leans back again. Hard hit ball from Bailey McDowd, but that'll go foul down the line, making its way into the car park. There's one of our volunteers down here, Big Red. Does a fantastic job. Was here yesterday helping getting the park ready, putting up fences and all the things that need to be done to make the park look outstanding. I want to thank our volunteers at North Harbour. Simply outstanding. Couldn't do it without them, that's for sure. 2-2 the count now. Pitch is down inside. So a tough moment here early in the match, top of the first innings. Loaded bases, 2 outs, and a full count. The runners will be in motion here. This is the most exciting pitch in softball. This one's up, and it'll go out of play. We heard Te Aroha is doing it rough this year with their accommodation, staying at the Ramada. Boy, oh boy, funding come good. Payoff pitch. This one will come straight back. Now Jack trying to get the out of first base, and they can't quite get there. 1 comes in, 2 comes in, and Mount Albert Ramblers will capitalise here in the top of the first innings. Ramblers will pick a 2-down catcher here. So we're 2 away here now. Runners in the corners for Ramblers. They'll send up the bat Aroha Henare, the third basewoman. This one comes through the zone. Luke Royal ready now. Rise ball's good as that pumps the inside edge of the zone. So 1 strike from getting out of the innings here is Aroha. This one fouls back. Runner is in motion from first base. Hard hit ball here. It looks to find a gap, and it does. Another one for Mount Albert Ramblers here as they'll pick up their 4th run in the top of the first innings. A big blast from Henare. She just kind of squeezes one out of the end of the bat. It fades its way into the outfield. Allow Mount Albert Ramblers to cross home plate one more time here in the top of the first innings. That'll bring the attention of head coaching staff Cindy Portai and Nadia Modial-Hoho. Te Aroha's trainer, Adrian Royal, Susan Luke, the manager, and Kiriana Kingi is their scorer this week for the National Championships. Jesse Jackson now, the right fielder, hitting in the 9 spot. That one comes through the zone. Coaching staff for Mount Albert Ramblers this week. Katrina Nukunuku, player coach. Bevan Hunt assisting. A swing and a miss on the outside edge. And the ever-lovable Katie Smith is their manager. Debbie Townley their scorer. And Red Henare, I believe he's down at third base, standing in that box down there. He is Big Red. He is their trainer. Swing and a miss, can't catch up to it, and that'll be the 3rd out. Not before Mount Albert Ramblers. Some good offensive running, especially on the back of Bailey McDowell and Henare's drive to the outfield. They played 4 runs. We're all done through the top of the first. Back soon with all the lineups and all the action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the first innings. Te Aroha performing their Haka Wero Challenge to Mount Albert Ramblers before the start of the game. Simply outstanding. Kia mau te wehe for sure. It's a big part of TA's culture, and great to see that being performed here. Haven't seen a haka performed at Women's Club Nationals in a very long time, and it's simply outstanding to see the flow and the mana coming from them. Let's have a look at the defensive lineup for Mount Albert Ramblers now. We'll put them up on the screen, their roster for you. Left to right on the outfield is Ruby Nola, with his starting left fielder. At centre field is Beth Reed. Right field today is Jessie Jackson. Hot corner third base is Alaya Hinardi. Shortstop for Mount Albert Ramblers is Gabby Murari. Second base pairing is Leah Stockford. At first base is Karsten Fuya Ono. It's doing the catching is Layla Bailey McDowell. For the starting pitcher, that is Chantel Lander. Offensively for Te Aroha, it'll be Kiri Winiato Noka leading off, Caitlin Lewin hitting in the 2 spot. Lara Andrews hits 3 today. Pally Potter will be hitting clean up. Otila Tavita in the 5 spot. Yvonne Burgess hits 6. Michelle Bedwell 7 today. Rongamai Luke Royal will hit for herself in the 8 spot. And Amber Waido rounds out the batting order for the ladies from Te Aroha and Te Awa Kairangi. That is Hutt Valley. If you're just tuning in for the first time today, this of course is the Women's Club Open National Championship. It's what all the clubs in New Zealand play for as they work their way through the season. Mount Albert Ramblers leading 4 runs to 0. This one outside. The ladies will play different tournaments throughout the year as well as their league play. But it's all about getting themselves ready for this tournament right here, right now. 4 days to claim national glory. This being day 1, game 7. 2-2 the count now. Inside out swing. We'll just go foul out of play. Kiri Winiata Inoka. Lead off batter here. Little change of pace, can't get that to stick. So it's a full count for the lead-off batter here from TA. Inside pitch, we foul it off to stay alive. Full count. Bottom of the first innings here. And Winiata Inoka, very patient lead-off walk here for Te Aroha. Son pumps up the sacrifice bunt, and they try to double him off at first base, but unsuccessful. One away here now. So Caitlin Lewin pops up. And now the starting shortstop, Dr. Lara Andrews, will step in to go to work. One of the seasoned veterans, not just for Te Aroha, but also the New Zealand side as well. This one comes through the zone. One away here. Andrews slashes at this one. We'll go foul out of play. We'll set to rock and roll again. 0-2 the count now. Waste pitch up top. So 1-2 now for Andrews in the batter's box. Levels the count now against Andrews. Chantel Alenda, starting pitcher, hard throwing right-hander. Rocks down and comes forward. Andrews will fight that one off. Count remains 2-2. Payoff pitch, rise ball up top. That'll fill the count now, 3-2. Hard hit ball, it'll go into the glove of the right fielder though. A line drive that would just fell straight into the glove of Amber Whiteo. Of course, Amber Whiteo, she's that talented she can play on both teams. Right field for TA and for Ramblers, if you didn't quite pick that up. Of course, the Ramblers right fielder today is young Jessie Jackson. Off and running on the pitch. A bang, bang play at second base. Couldn't be any closer. Safely in there. That'll bring up the bat. The heavy stick in the lineup here for Te Aroha. Palace Potter. You can see with that swing why. No balls and 2 strikes, the count on Potter. So in the hole here, 2 away. Nibbling on the outside edge. But not enough crumbs off the cookie for a Potter to take a bite. 1-2 now the count. Beautiful day here locally, as you can see on that shot. Kind of partly cloudy. Hitting for a high of 23. We're up to 22 already. And Potter just sits back and laces that one. And Te Aroha will answer right back to Ramblers. 4 runs to 1. Now, Potter just sat back. She has the power, the upper body strength to just drive that one, and drove it she did. And rounding second base, Winiata Inoka, so third base, apologies, came from second. She will come into plate there. First run of this game, number 7 here for Te Aroha. This one comes through and grabs the edge from Otila Tavite. This one fouls off and goes back. So 2-2 the count here. Inside swing, that'll just come foul. So full count now, 3-2. Tavite, a quality at bat here. Potter poised at first base. Off the end of the bat here, Stockford comes forward, gets it on the short hop. That's a nice play to finish the bottom of the first innings. We're all done through one complete. Mount Albert Ramblers leading 4-1.
Athena, sports nutrition made for women. Protein plus iron.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here, top of the second innings here, and a pitching change for Te Aroha. The actual listed starting pitcher was Angela Harrison. Korogomai Luke Royal was listed as the DP, so they made that move, bringing Luke Royal in to start the game. Now they have the ability of re-entering Harrison in the pitch, and Luke Royal will stay hitting in the 8th spot. 4 runs to 1, Mount Albert Ramblers leading. This one lifted, going back into the corner and foul territory. Great running chase by Caitlin Lewin, left fielder out there. This pitch is up top, and so a lead-off walk here for Mount Albert Ramblers. Beth Reed, the top of the shot batter. We'll bring up Leah Stockford now, second base woman. Just put it down. Yeah. That green one plugs into it. Got the ground announcer for us here locally for the crowd. Crowd's starting to come in, so luckily for us, my man Jason Amerson has come on in to take care of the crowd for us here this afternoon. We've also got some other people coming in to help out with the crew this afternoon. We've got a good sized crew in today already. Simon Lindsay up on the first base camera. Troy Duncan getting a break, helping with the scoreboard and things, and a nice throw to second base. Boy, oh boy. Ortilla Tavite with a license to thrill throws a seed to second base. Look at this. Off to the races, and I tell you, Reed is not slow. Bang, bang. Andrews in the right place, the throw in the right place, and a fantastic out here. One away here on the top of the second innings. And that's a walk issued to Stockford. Down to first base she goes. They'll bring up the pitcher now, Chantel Lander. Hard hit ball, Texas leader will land just shallow left field. And so Mount Albert Ramblers now with 2 ducks on the pond with 1 out in the top of the second innings. So, Katrina Nukunuku, head coach, giving the signals from the batter's circle. You think quite interesting having a player coach? Well, she is the wife of Nathan Nukunuku, and he's been doing that for many years. Player coach role. First pitch is down Main Street. To Ruby Nola now, who has really started to excel in her game, especially after coming back from collegiate ball in the United States. Very impressed with her game, that's for sure. Just been rewarded and named in the New Zealand squad, Nola, and deservedly so. So Nola waiting now. Here comes Harrison. High and tight inside. Angela Harrison, only a youngster coming through the system, but with lots of promise. And one thing I noticed, and I've seen young Angela Harrison pitch for probably about 3 or 4 years now, how quickly she has grown. And I mean in stature. And that is only going to translate to kilometres per hour for sure. This one in on the hands, a jam shot. They'll get the lead runner going to 3. Tell you what, the runner for Ramblers, I think it was the designated runner. She was going through at a great rate of knots. It was indeed. Penny Starr just humped it down to third base. So we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher now. Just figuring out who that person should be. It looks like it'll be Leah Stockford that'll come out and run for the pitcher. I never know who should come out. Is it the last out? Is it the next out? Is it the funniest out? I don't know. But what I do know is Leah Stockford is running at second base. 2 down here. Score still 4 runs to 1, the Ramblers. This one pops up. Burgess with a strong commanding call at centre field. It takes care of business, and that'll do the top of the second innings. No score change. 4 runs to 1. Mount Albert Ramblers leading the Aroha.
Athena, sports nutrition made for women. Protein plus iron.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the second innings here at game number 7. Mount Ramblers in the field taking on Te Aroha, batting here in their black, and it'll be the experience of Yvonne Burgess leading off here in the second innings. Should be followed by Rongamai Luke Royal. And then Amber Wido, apologies. Should be followed by Michelle Bedwell, then Rongamai Luke Royal, 1, 2, and 3. And can't quite get to that one, Burgess, for the first out. Pitch has got good velocity to it. Inside out swing pops up. Stockford's underneath this one. So 2 quick outs here in the second innings. Going to bring up the bat the designated player now, Rongamai Luke Royal. This one comes through the zone to lead off this at bat as Chantel Lander continues to work on the hill here for Mount Albert Ramblers. Seems to have it under good control right now. Good velocity. And accuracy not far off, that's for sure. Gee, from that shot, those clouds look ominous, don't they? And I can tell you they aren't ominous. It's not a hot day, only about 22 degrees at the moment. When I say that, it's not a hot day in Auckland standards. Well, there you are. You can see more white clouds on that shot. So we're all good for the weather. I think we're going to be fine all 4 days, actually. Auckland's been in a drought, believe it or not. But look at the outfield. That'll probably tell you. Inside out swing, and nicely taken by Fuya Mano. As we're done quickly through the second innings. More action to come in the top of the third. We come back between Mount Albert Ramblers and Te Aroha. Oh, what a way to come back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the third innings. A bang play at first base. But I tell you what, if you want to talk about hustle, the hustle from the first basewoman here, Karsten Fuyamaono, just hustling down the line. A bang play. She looks at the ref. Look at me, I can fly. Unfortunately, it's an out, and she'll have to head back to the dugout. I'll bring up the bat here for Mount Albert Ramblers. Now, double deuce, 22. Layla Bailey McDowd. And here's a replay. That closeness of that first base. Bang. Woo! One of those ones that could go either way, isn't it? Outside. This one pops up, it'll go foul back, and Layla, as we mentioned earlier on the broadcast, a long-time member of the Kaiapoi Club out of Christchurch, moved up for work a couple of Christmases ago actually. So finished the season for Kaiapoi last year, and this year a full season started with Mount Albert Ramblers. Ground ball pulled to the left side. Picked up Mahi after doing a media education in Christchurch. Came up to Auckland to work for TV3, and then now in with NZ Radio, I think, is the company that she's working for. Does some fantastic pieces, especially based on a Māori narrative. Got a chance to go to Waitangi this year, did Bailey McDowell, and also to Te Matatini. What an experience indeed. First base camera was trying to catch the hairdo, I think, of the young lady warming up. Number 1 for Ramblers. That is Tessa. And Bailey McDowell will pick up the walk, head down to first base. Bring out a designated runner. That'll be Penny Starr for her. Aya Hinari now. Just one away here in the top of the third innings. Just misses that one from trying to go at it. One strike to count now. Angela Harrison in her second innings of relief for Te Aroha. Drop ball through the top of the zone. So 2 strikes, no balls here on Hinari. Hinari back in the first innings. Drove one to centre right field, played a run. Was off the pitching of Luke Royal. This one off the end of the bat goes foul. I like the way Angela Harrison goes about her work. Doesn't muck around between pitches. Katrina Nukunuku, player coach there at third base now. Should be thinking about how to try and undo the work of Harrison on the hill. Runners ready to run at first base, and Penny Starr Tags up on this fly ball. That'll go into foul territory, though. Well, the garden bar. Just misses inside. So saying about young Angela Harrison, not afraid to come at these batters. As the sun just comes out a bit brighter now here locally. And just a Texas leaguer. No, oh no. Yvonne Burgess. It looked like it was the Texas leaguer that would have landed in the grass for all money. And Yvonne Burgess just comes forward and grabs that one. Watch the base runner. Whoa, what's happening here? I got to get back. Burgess has caught it at centre field. And hustle back does Penny Starr. Great play by the centre fielder from Te Aroha. Jesse Jackson now. And we have an illegal pitch. So the runner will move up 60 feet. Called by the third base umpire. That is Casey Smeeks. That's him going back into first base. But on the last pitch, the third base umpire called an illegal pitch. We'll have a look at the umpires for you if we can. And umpiring crew today, there's Casey Smeeks over at third base. Second base visiting from Botswana, our umpire. Claire Whistling is at first base from Australia, New South Wales, Australia. And Sam Michael behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. It's a four-man crew here in Game 7. Got a four-man crew in every game so far. There's a big reason for that. There's like 100 umpires here this week. They had a So Jackson working hard here with a runner in scoring position. And punches it off the glove of Andrews. And Mount Ambert Ramblers will look to capitalise here. A fortuitous run in the top of the third innings. 5 runs to 1 now. So that'll bring up the bat, top of the shop here, Beth Reed. Five runs to 1 here, top of the third innings. This one just misses down low. Nice pitch that comes through, clips the zone. Reed nods in approval of the call, the home plate umpire, Michael. The 1-1 here, 2 away. off and running on the pitch. They'll come back and reset here. 2-2 the count now. This one fouls off and they'll come back and reset here. This one straight back to Harrison in the middle. She regathers and makes the play. What composure from the young hurler from Te Aroha. That'll do us through the top of the third innings. Not before Ramblers pick up another run here. They lead the ball game 5-1. More action, we come back in the bottom. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the third innings here. Te Aroha trailing by 4 runs. And they will send up to bat here their right fielder, Amber Wido. Then top of the shop, Kitty Winiata Noka, second basewoman, and Caitlin Lewin, left fielder. 1, 2, and 3. This pitch pours in and picks up the first out here. I'll tell you what though, this Chantal Lander is quite an imposing figure on the mound. Just in the way that she throws the ball. And there, Winiata Inoka got to beat it out. And she does the first base. The right fielder, Jessie Jackson, up and throwing. Good form from Winiata Inoka. Just goes with the pitch. But look at Jackson. Scoop and throw. Maybe I can get her. Boom. Down at first base. Winiata Inoka beats it out. So a runner at first base now. And Lewin shapes for a bunt. We saw her try to bunt back in the first inning. She popped it up to the third basewoman. Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Adrian Royal's just giving me stick in the booth. Bloody hell. Just got a new TV for in the booth for the commentators to view. Adrian's like, why is it not in my lounge? I'm saying because the colour image is terrible. That's why. Then he just gave me a stick. How much did you pay for it, Chopper? That's the question. Probably a mate dropped it off. One out of the three. Back to the game here. Caitlin Lewin now. Shows bunt again. I'll tell you what, if anyone can fix it, it's Troy Duncan. He's all over the remote control right now. It looks like it's seen its day, this television. We already pulled one off the wall. Wouldn't fire up. Oh, that's not bad. Getting better. I'll hit ball down the line. One ball and two strikes to count now. One away here in the bottom of the third innings. Lewin poised to fire. Top of the zone. Te Aroha have been busy this season. They got underway early. Pre-season trip overseas to Indonesia. And I saw our friends over there, Te Aroha Makazi. Had a great time. A couple of New Zealand sides have been over there now. Miramar went a couple of years ago. And this pitch just misses to the surprise of land of the pitcher. Cindy Portai, first base. Happy with the work of her batter, Lewin. Hard hit ball up the middle, and they'll move station to station here. It's patient batting from the girls from Te Aroha. You can see there, just sat back in her stance, did Caitlin Lewin, and drove that one back up the middle. Two batters now have hit the ball where the ball's been pitched. That's good hitting if you ask me. Look at the high definition slow-mo, the dust coming up. Head coach for Te Aroha. Hard hit ball, Andrews, one bounce to the fence. Looking to score two, Te Aroha, at least one. And Caitlin Lewin almost overtook Winiata Anoka coming around third base. They will pick up a run, 5-2 now. Andrews, after all those long at-bats, she recognised it. So they'll have a chat on the... We might get another look at Lara Andrews' hit here because she didn't muck around. First pitch, just blasted, bottom of the zone. Remember, she'd thrown a bunch of pitches here. And you can see Winiaka had to go back. Lewin was on the run. And if we get back to them at some stage, Caitlin Lewin almost overtakes her. Has to stop at third base as Winiata Anoka will come in to score there. It was almost, they could have crossed home plate holding hands at one stage. 5-2, the score now. Pally Potter. She was responsible earlier on the match for success. Drove with their first run. Takes the first pitch outside. Infield drawn in with just one away. Second base and shortstop in shallow. This one comes through the zone. Inside edge, apologies. So 2 runners in scoring position here, second and third. Andrews at second, Lewin at third, Potter at the dish. Shows bunt. Pulls back. Game of chess right now. Nadia Modio Hoho, head coach down at third base. She calls squeeze play. Lewin dives head first and the tag is good. The tag is good. Bang, bang play coming into home plate. The pitcher, Lander, backhands it to the catcher for the tag here. Very difficult defensive play to make. Bunt is down, it's dead. Lewin's flying, head first. And tag just as she comes in. You see it's a bang bang play there. Lewin maybe not have agreed, but as the great sportsmanship of a person she is, she gets up, grabs her hat and moves on. Score remains 5 runs to 2. 2 away now. Chila Tavite. 1-1 the count on her. And punches this one up the middle, does Tavite. One comes in, here comes Potter! And no tag! No tag coming into home plate, and Palace Potter pulls off a great diving move into home plate. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, we've got ourselves a 1-run ball game, 5 runs to 4. You see them aware of what could or could not happen. Palace Potter charging around 3. I heard she was at Te Aroha's rugby league training last Tuesday. I can see why. The way she came around third base, charging like she's running up the front line in a rugby league team. She was charging to come home and then had the skill to evade the tag coming into home plate. We'll take another look at it here. Inoka, hard hit ball, just gets past Murari at shortstop. There you can see Potter in the back screen there. Big turn at third base. Here comes the collision. She has to avoid it to get away from the collision. Round the outside and touches it with her hand. What a slide and what a play from Palace Potter. So 1-run ball game now, 5 runs to 4. Game's just heated up here. We're only in the bottom of the third innings. All down low. Yvonne Burgess up to bat. And comes through the zone. So in the hole now, 0-2. Cindy Portai watching on from first base, the assistant coach. Looking to mark the edge was Lander, hard low lifter and outside. 99 kilometres an hour. Chantel Lander wants to make that 99 miles an hour. And a change of pace to 9 miles an hour, and that's a beauty. That'll finish off the bottom of the third innings, but it's not before Andrews and a bit of other support. They drive in 3 runs here, does Te Aroha. We've got ourselves a 5-4 ball game. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 4th coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here. Top of the fourth innings between Aroha in the field and Mount Albert Ramblers batting here at the moment. This is a one-run ball game. Mount Albert Ramblers leading 5 runs to 4. Real good game. Mount Albert Ramblers jumped out of the gate. 4 runs in the top of the first. Held scoreless till the third, where they picked up another run. But on the flip side, Aroha, they picked up 1 run to reply in the bottom of the first, but 3 big runs in the bottom of the third innings. That gives us a 1-run ball game right now. Leah Stockford will lead off. She'll take that pitch outside. This one down low. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hard hurt ball and the hot corner marshalled well for Te Aroha. She gets the job done there, does Michelle Bidwell. That brings up the bat here. Big 99, the pitcher, Chantel Lander. This one just drifts on the inside edge. Oh, a little curve action on the outside edge. Haven't seen that from Harrison before. I like that pitch. Interesting to see the pitching technique as we see head coach Nukunuku Katrina on the camera right now. Mastermind behind this Mount Albert Ramblers team. She's going to have to work hard to keep her team in the front, that's for sure. Just going to go back to what I was talking about, Angela Harrison. You see her pitching technique. I don't know if you've picked it up, but her and Orongamai Luke Royal's technique, very, very similar. See, these are our visiting umpire from Australia, Claire Oostling. Has genealogy all the way back to Norway, I believe. A chance to meet her and her partner a couple of days ago as they came in early, and I was going to tell you why those umpires have come in early. This one pops up. Potter. That's a hard case. So Pally Potter, the first baseman, calls first for that ball. Then Winiata Inoka, the second baseman, goes, I got it. And Pally's like, no, you don't. Sister, this is my ball. So 2 away here. It brings up to bat for Mount Albert Ramblers. Hard hit. Just foul down the line. Ruby Nola. And I got to be honest with you, I can't talk enough about young Ruby at the moment. Very, very impressed with her. Mentioned her progress after coming back from playing collegiate ball in the United States. has just risen to another level, and I've seen her in big moments and small moments, but lots of moments just coming through for her team. And this one pops up, commentator's curse, of course, and that'll do the top of the 4th innings. Score remains 5 runs to 4. Maybe the pendulum, the momentum has shifted to TA. We'll be back soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 4th innings here. The Aroha have rung up Murray Nexted and got the pendulum momentum shift. They scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd innings. They held Ramblers scoreless in the top of the 4th. Can they keep the momentum? Well, they will ask that of their top 3 batters to come into the box here. The bunt is down. Apply the pressure. And defensively, Mount Albert Ramblers answer here for the first out. Marty, the 3rd baseman. Good footwork to come forward for that ball. As you see here, the grit on the teeth of Bedwell trying to beat it out to first base. Look at that determination for you. Simply fantastic. Look at my Luke Royal now. First pitch is a rise ball up top. This one down low. Nadia Moyoho'o, head coach for TA. Watching on as Luke Royal works her craft in the batter's box against Lander from Mount Albert Ramblers. Here's one through the top of the zone. Two the count here. Lander peers down and then rocks forward, and I'll tell you what, you might get a good shot from this camera 5 of the picture here, but Lander, before she goes to deliver, She looks straight down at the dirt, not even looking at the catcher. It's very unusual. There it is, the head down. Luke Royal pops us up and will go foul just out of play. Look at that, legs up. Luke Royal again, one of these quality hitters from Te Aroha, just trying to hit the ball where it's placed. So, 3-2 the count here, one away now on the bottom of the fourth innings. Oh, and pitch on the outside edge. Landers happy about that one. 2 away. That'll bring up the bat now. Amber Wido. Amber's going to be a front runner for the shortest player at the Women's Club Nationals this year. Not too sure of her age, but I'm going to find that out. And it's fantastic to see the Rangatahi youth getting an opportunity right here. Oh, a great play by the second basewoman, Stockford. A good contact from Wido as well. All done through the fourth innings here. The score remains 5 runs to 4. Ramblers in the lead.
Sometimes, virtual reality begs for more reality. Jack Links is good with it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Tab. Got a good game going here between Mount Albert Ramblers and Te Aroha in the top of the fifth innings. Only one run in it at the moment. And it looked like Ramblers were going to have their way in this game earlier on, but for those who haven't been on the scene for too long or don't know Te Aroha, they're a team that always comes back if down. And they did. They came all the way back from 4-0 after the top of the first innings. Now a one-run ball game. And we're only halfway through it, so plenty of softball left here. Going to be simply outstanding. Angela Harrison came in relief in the second innings. She's facing Katrina Nukunuku, player coach, here to lead off. Followed by the first basewoman, Fuya Mao'o. And then Bailey McDowd. Starting catcher. Coming up next on the Freeman Field Diamond 1 here. We'll see Roosters taking on Miramar. That game was due to get underway at 3 p.m. Already 9 minutes past 3 now. So I'd say that game, we were running approximately half an hour behind schedule. I think we're still sitting at around that, or if not a bit more. So the 3 p.m. game probably going to get underway about 3:45, I'd say, in that type of round. Maybe a bit longer, maybe 4 o'clock. 30 minutes behind schedule at least at the moment. Well, nice hit. Brings up Karsten Fuyamaono. This one comes down the edge of the zone. And a big swing. So in the hole now, 0-2. Harrison trying to pick up the first out here of the 5th innings. Steps back. Well, off the glove, he'll skid away. And they'll be station. Penny Star, the designated runner, she went around second base. Just took a little tumble. They got back in time. Big reach here from the third baseman for Te Aroha. Bedwell almost gets it. You can see Andrews was coming to cover behind her. The deflection, no chance. And it looks like Mount Albert Ramblers with a 1-run lead here in the top of the 5th innings are going to pull the trigger. We saw her warming up earlier. Number 1 is coming in. I'm just going to get her name from the program because, as I mentioned, not saying anyone, Deb Townley, but your handwriting's as good as mine. Tessa Brown now. And coming in a pinch hit. Tuamavavi is on to run at first base as well. So this is for Layla Bailey McDowd. That's surprising because she's been outstanding with the bat today. 2 RBIs in the first innings, a walk. But maybe something cooking with a left-handed Brown coming in. Strong Lady Brown, you can see. And interesting too, she's got a split grip here. The cameraman can pick that up for us. But definitely a slightly split grip, does the cameraman. Oh, sorry, the batter. I'm sure the cameraman's got a split grip too. That one comes through the zone. So 1 ball and 1 strike here. Hands just on the other side of that shot, but her top hand is separated from her bottom hand. Looking to punch. This one nibbles. Nibbles on the outside edge. Can't quite get a strike. Here you can see a little bit here, a little slight separation with both hands. Strong upper body is Brown. This one ricochets the other way. Look for a double play! And they'll get the out at third. Nice play by Bedwell. So 2 away now. Apologies, 1 away. Alia Hinari now. This one comes through the zone. Bernardi's been amongst it. RBI single up the middle. First at bat, deep fly out. It was a shallow fly out. That bird just comes screaming in to make the catch in his second at bat. Now batting with a 1-1 count. This one's down low. They will allow the base runners to go up 60 feet, so 2 runners in scoring position now for Mount Albert Ramblers. You get a feeling if they can plate these 2 runs, maybe, and just maybe, that might be a big enough margin. This one will go the distance though, mark my words. Run through the top of the zone, so 2-2 the count. Not saying it's a make-up call at all. This one's up top. And Mount Albert Ramblers will load the bases here for the youngster right fielder, Jesse Jackson. A big moment in game number 7 for the youngster. As she will step into the batter's box with a prime opportunity and 1 out here in the 5th. This one comes down Main Street. Infield is drawn in a little. This one up top. Just missing inside. Yvonne Burgess, centre fielder. She knows it's a critical moment of the game for sure. If not, it is the moment of the game. TA must at least minimum get an out in this play. If they can, eliminate a run from coming home. Harrison. Change of pace is a beauty. The catcher for TA here, Ortila Tavite, that is gutsy move. Real gutsy move on that count. And Harrison rears back. Couldn't be any better for Te Aroha. And picks up the strikeout on the outside edge. So 2 away here. Beth Reed, top of the order, goes at the first pitch, running to the fence. Watch out! A collision. This hole will collide into the fence, both Andrews and Lewin. Just a complete abandonment of their own safety. Team first, ladies. There's Miramar. They're going to be coming on next, taking on the local side, Roosters. They'll be waiting for a while. They were scheduled to get underway at 1 o'clock. As we mentioned, they're going to be running at least I say 45 minutes late. This one fouls back. The beauty, last game was scheduled for 5 p.m. today. The beauty is we have these fabulous TV lights here in Rosedale Ballpark. We can broadcast all night long. No restrictions whatsoever on times or hours. And we saw that with the men's yesterday in Autotaki Christchurch with the rain affected first 2 rounds. And the rejigged draw, there was a game that started after 9 p.m. last night. So you can imagine what time that finished. Falcons taking on Auckland United. North Harbour's Birkdale Falcons, and boy, oh boy, went down to the wire. 1 run apiece to the bottom of the 7th innings until Thomas Anoka drives in the winning run for AU. But a fantastic game from Falcons. Wishing all the North Harbour teams the best of luck down in Autotaki Christchurch. It's the Men Club Nationals. Of course, East Coast Base picked up their first win at Club Nationals yesterday. Falcons are down there. Roosters have got their men's team down there. And one of the hot favourites, Northcote, sent down a strong squad. They're contending for the title this week. Oh, good pitch. Good pitch. What a pitch from Angela Harrison. Under pressure, under pump. And comes good. Doesn't bleed in a run. Remember I said with 2 strikes, loaded bases, only 1 down. They had to try and stop, get an out. If they give up a run, okay, but only 1. Well, Harrison said, no, not on my watch. She picks up 2 outs. And they leave him without scoring a run. And the bases are loaded. 5 runs to 4, Ramblers leading. We'll be back in the bottom of the 5th. And action from level off field, Diamond 2 over there, as you can see, Waitakere Bears taking on Horswell over on that diamond. You want to catch all the action, just jump onto our YouTube channel at Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting to see all the live action from Diamond 2. We'll try and work a scoreboard for you at some stage. Might be tomorrow's job as we're just getting everything going here on day 1, but that'll be good, so anytime you tune in you can see the score. Same for us actually, because then we can report what's happening for you. Okay, back to the action on Freeman Field here. Bottom of the 5th innings, and Te Aroha struck in the bottom of the 3rd, but defensively being good through the 4th and the 5th. They need to turn that momentum into some more runs here. Obviously they've got a couple of innings up their sleeve, but it feels like if they can strike now, that'll be better for them. That one goes foul down the line. Got a special guest coming in to join us very, very shortly as this one gets away. So Chantel Lander continues to work on the hill here. 3-1 the count. Kiri Winiata Inoka. Now she's been amongst it all day today, has Winiata Inoka. This one's outside and she'll pick up the base on balls and head down to first base. That'll give an opportunity, and a young lady I call a superwoman, You can call her Catwoman, you can call her anything you like, really, but it's Caitlin Lewin. Outstanding young athlete, got herself in peak physical condition these days. Just been renamed into the New Zealand squad. And so rightly so, 23s I think she made. Major Sox team. This one down low. She shaped up the bunt twice in this game. Sacrificed herself for her teammates. Lander just wants to get the right pitch. I mentioned we've got a guest coming in. Tanisha Hakamo from the Otahuhu Club is coming in to join us soon. And I tell you what, I'm going to put it to the test. She's got about 22 degrees. I'm going to put a spelling bee on her. See how she goes. I'll try and get her. I have the worst spelling. I have the completely worst spelling of any human being in New Zealand. We'll see what we can do to Hakamo. Bunt is down again from Lewin, and the sacrifice is perfect as Winiata Inoka is moved over to second base. So one away here. And that'll bring up Lara Andrews. And while we're at it, Miss Hakamo has walked in the building, but like Elvis, really, we need one of those theme songs to play as she comes into the booth. And
Kia ora, Chopper. How's it going?
Very good. Very good to see you, Tanisha. I like Otahuhu ladies. You've all got that style going on, the wall paint with a little bit of glitter and stuff. It's a big part of what you guys do, isn't it?
It is a big part. It's, look good, feel good, play good.
Yeah, without a doubt. Of course, day one of the Club Nationals. Before we talk about the Club Nationals, Tanisha, hard hit ball from Andrews. This could tie the ball game, and they'll send her around the corners. The error's made at left field, and just like that, in a blink of an eye, we've got ourselves a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 5 runs apiece. Lara Andrews, talk about money. As you see, Winiata Inoka across home plate. RBI double up the middle, last at bat, and RBI double this time, well, assisted by the left fielder to be fair. But big players step up at big moments, don't they, Tanisha?
They sure do, and Lara Andrews is certainly one of them.
Fantastic athlete, of course, the first Kiwi professional softball player as well. Got to play in, if I remember, Pennsylvania or something like that, after finishing her education. I'm talking about education. I was saying to our viewers just a little earlier, Tanisha, I don't know if you got the catch of this, but I've lost count how many degrees you've got. Like, how many do you actually have?
Just two.
Oh, just 2?
Just.
And how many of these are turning into like masters and doctorates, and I don't even know what the levels are.
So I am working on my masters at the moment,
right.
Masters in chemistry. Hopefully, eventually the PhD.
So your 2 degrees are?
Bachelor of Science in Biology, and then another one in chemistry as well.
Give me $1,000. Wow. I'll tell you what, okay, he may not have it quite yet because he just finished studying, well, he's still studying. But oh boy, I tell you what, I can ask that question in a couple of years. I can put a couple more zeros in behind it. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here for Mount Albert Ramblers, and the game's all tied up at 5 apiece. This pitching change brought to you by Beyond the Dugout.
Athena, sports nutrition made for women. Protein plus iron.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here into the bottom of the fifth innings. Here we've got a locked ball game between Mount Albert Ramblers and Te Aroha. Te Aroha having a reply to a 4-0 deficit off the top of the first innings, and they have climbed their way ever so bit by bit back into this game. Dr. Laranger's been a big part of it, driven in 2 runs so far, but the damage is still to happen with the bang power of their order to come in Palace Potter, Attila Tavite and Yvonne Burgess. Pitching change from Mount Albert Ramblers. It'll see Marjan Merck. Apologies if that name is spelled incorrectly. I will find that person and have a chat to her to get the pronunciation correct. But I believe she's from the Netherlands as well. And she will take the mound here for Mount Albert Ramblers. First pitch is up above the zone. Palace Potter now with a runner in scoring position for opportunity for TA here to grab the lead for the first time in this game 7. Good pitch, real good pitch on the inside edge. Tanisha Hokamo from Otahuhu joining us in the booth here. Tanisha, Otahuhu season, before we talk about the club nationals, how's the season been for the club? This one down the line pulled foul. How's the season been for Otahuhu?
This year was a bit different to our previous years. We've had a lot of new ones come in and had to build a lot more with our young ones coming through. So this year, a bit different to what our other seasons have looked like. But it was a great season so far. Been a lot of fun, a lot of learnings, and just ready for Club Nats.
I obviously get a little bit of an insight of what your team does as my daughter plays with you, but I don't. To be fair, I don't pry too much. But some of the things that I see, as this one's down low to Potter, that I see that your team is doing are those little bit extras. So it might be everyone turns up the game 45 minutes before. You guys are there like an hour and a half or so before the game, whether you're physically warming up or mentally preparing for a game, things like that. Why is that important?
Great job there by Pelly.
Yeah, good walk down to first base.
Those little things help us as a team become closer, get settled for games, and just get ready so that we're not rushing, trying to work through warm-ups real quickly. Just giving ourselves a lot of time to be well prepared.
Attila Tavite now goes to the first pitch. It'll go foul out of the way. We've got a couple of new young players join the top side for Otahuhu this year. How's that been for the club and for us? We're always excited by Rangatahi getting an opportunity. How's it been for them?
Yeah, I think they've really stepped up this year to a new level, a new way of playing. I think just one of the comments our young one said early in the year is, there's so much more to base running than just running to the next base. Yeah. And it's really cool and rewarding to watch them grow and learn and take in everything.
Well, fantastic indeed. The opportunity to learn from one of the successful programs in the country, Otahuhu, based in Auckland South. And jumping over that one is Andrews. 1, 2, the defence is buttoned down here as they'll pick up the 2 outs up the middle. Won't need the one coming home. And defensively, Ramblers are tidy here. Boy, oh boy, look at this jump from Lara. Wait, we catch it. Here we go. Over the ball. You don't see that very often.
Great job by Gabby staying in there and fielding that ball cleanly.
Sure did indeed. And execute the double play. Whammo. Nice. We got ourselves a good one in game 7, all locked up through 5. Top of the 6 coming up next. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the sixth innings here. Got ourselves an outstanding one going between Te Aroha out of Te Awakarangi Hutt Valley and Mount Albert Ramblers out of Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. 5 runs apiece, top of the sixth innings. And for the Ramblers ladies, it'll be Stockford, Lander and Nola, 1, 2 and 3. Of course, Lander came out of the ball game, so we'll find out whether the replacement pitcher is going to hit. And it looks like she is in Merck. So an opportunity for Ramblers to try and get themselves into it. With Tanisha Hokamo with us in the booth. And hard hit ball into the 5-6 hole. Andrews turning back the clock. What a play from the shortstop from TA. See on the inside edge of Stockford's bat. And then lifts it over to make the play. That's not an easy play from the hole. Replacement pitcher now. Marjolaine Merck. I have a feeling it's not Marjolaine at all. It's close to that, but we'll just roll with it for now. And I'd just like to say, Mr. and Mrs. Merck, I apologise for if I'm getting your name incorrect and your daughter's name incorrect. It'll only happen once because Chopper will go down and find her, have a chat, and get to understand her, how to pronounce her name, and also where she's from and a little bit about her. Opportunity now, though, locked up in the top of the sixth innings. Tanisha Hokamo joining us in commentary for a little bit as Ota Huhu will be our nightcap tonight, and this one has sailed through the edge of the strike zone for the first out. Of course, the nightcap tonight, Ota Huhu, big game here, and taking on Totara Park. That one is scheduled for 5 p.m. and by my reckoning, by the time we get to your game, it'll be more like 6:30 to be fair. Somewhere like that. We're running approximately 45 minutes behind. Well, we're in the top of the sixth. Actually going to be more than that. We'll be an hour behind already. Hard hit ball. Stockford charges one. A couple of bounces, rolls to the fence, puts the Jets on, and it's a stand-up double from Ruby Nola here. And boy, oh boy, I've talked about her a lot, and now you can see why.
Yeah, Ruby's having a great season this year with the stick. She's
Isn't
doing a really
she?
great job in that Auckland comp and for us at NFC.
I like what I see out of Ruby. Simply outstanding in the sense that coming back from her collegiate career in the States, the learnings she's taken from that, but she's keeping advancing herself right now, isn't she?
Yeah, for sure. She's improving every year, getting better and better, becoming a batter that pitches start to fear now.
Yeah, 100%. She's a teammate you want.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. Outside, pick off attempt, back door, safely in. Now, visiting umpire from Botswana got the call right there. Now, I was going to put you under the pump here, Tanisha. And I was going to ask you how to spell the name of our Botswanan umpire. But otherwise, I'll just get you to pronounce it well. We'll come back after this play. Burgess ranges in. And that'll be the third out if Chopper can keep control of the scoreboard. And Burgess with a couple of nice running plays here. Before we duck away, we're all locked up to the top of the sixth. The Botswanans pronunciation, got that?
Montgogi? Thakati?
Boy, that sounds funny for someone with 12 degrees, doesn't it? We'll be back. Bottom of the sixth coming up next.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi can-do, Resene have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just negotiating the pay rate for our multiple degree recipient here in the booth with us, Tanisha Okama. She's agreed to stay on for the rest of the game. Bottom of the sixth innings here is we march our way through this one. All locked up at 5 apiece. It'll be Yvonne Burgess, the lead off, followed by Michelle Bedwell, the third basewoman, and Rungamai Luke Rawle, the designated player. 1, 2, 3 for the ladies from TA. Nice ball up top. Had a pitching change in relief last innings. Marjolin. Stop laughing at me, Tanisha.
She goes by line.
Oh, now you tell me. Yeah. She goes by what?
Line.
Line.
Yeah.
Oh, now you tell me. Oh, her first name is Line.
Marjolaine. And she goes by line.
Line. Okay, so Line. Merck up the bat here. I tell you what, if we get a shot at centre field here, the tournament organiser. Oh, she's just got around the corner. He's on the roof of the clubhouse as we see Burgess go down on strikes. She's gone the other side, maybe checking a foul ball has gone up there. We'll get her as she comes back, boys. Must be a foul ball from Diamond 10. 3 diamonds in operation here at Rosedale Park this week. Freeman Field Diamond 1, which you see on screen right now. Diamond 2 just behind us, level off field. And then Diamond 10 just on the back side of the club rooms in the distance. Might get a shot of that from camera 4. And the distance there is the club rooms. On the other side of that anyway is Diamond 10. We'll get that shot a little bit later. This one inside and down a first base she goes. Home plate umpire. I thought he was about to do something a little bit different there. Sam Michael. There you go.
Oh, Layla feeling that for the batter.
Yeah, they're going to get the umpires together here. Let's take another look at it ourselves if we can at that hit by pitch. And that's the great thing about our umpires. Not afraid to come together. Of course, we've got Casey Smeeks at third base. Our visiting umpire from Botswana, Mr. Whakahi. And Claire Ustrig at first base from New South Wales, Australia. And Sam Michael behind the dish. So they're just discussing this hit by pitch. Can we see that replay again, boys, please?
Oh, and they're bringing her back.
Yeah, and it looks like we have got they think a foul ball. We're just going to show the mark there, and that one's just a little quick. Might just start right down, and we'll show that one more time here for you. Here we go. You be the judge where it hits. And it looks really close to the hand, doesn't it? Not really the bat. And she didn't flinch straight away. She was off. But we have the super slow-mo, Tanisha. This anyway chopper kind of looks a little bit intelligent.
Hey, it's great having that slow-mo. We're getting to see some good plays with it this year.
Yeah, that's definitely off the wrist, isn't it?
Off the wrist, but perhaps over the plate.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they inquired about.
Sound like a picture when you took like that.
Absolutely.
I'll talk about games today. Of course, you had an opening match against a team that I don't know if I've actually seen them play Women's Softwater Club Nationals before. I'm sure they have. And the Riccarton Maidens, I think they're called.
Yeah, Riccarton had their first year last year.
Right.
Down at Christchurch Club Nationals.
Okay.
And so second year up here.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get to see them. I didn't go down last year, that's right. Joe went down to do the final, but... so their second year at Club Nationals.
I believe so.
And a tight game against them, I believe.
Yeah, tight game, 2-2 in the top of 7th, and yeah, got to go into tiebreaker.
Wow, fantastic. And I understand on the top of the tiebreaker, Riccarton come in and get the job done, plate their tiebreaker run. Then you guys have got to plate your tiebreaker run, and who gets that run across for you to tie the game up?
That first run comes across from Sara De Luca,
Right.
our Italian. She does a great job, has a good at-bat.
So you're tied up at the bottom of the 8th innings. Here's a check swing up the middle, dive! Murade stops the ball, but has no chance to get up and throw it, and TA have the lead-off runner, the runner at first base now. You see on the replay here, full extension from Gabby Murade.
Great stop up the middle by
Isn't
Gabby.
it? Yeah, very much so. That'll bring up the bat here. Rongamai, Luke Royal now. With a DP roll. And the starting lineup came in and pitched the first innings, then back into the DP roll the rest of the way. So first pitch is up, one away here in the bottom of the 6th innings. So Aroha looking to strike for a run here so they can get the 3 outs in the top of the 7th maybe. So pick up a big come from behind victory, 4 runs to 0 down. Back to your game, you're then locked up at 3 apiece with Riccarton in the bottom of the 8th innings. Off and running now.
Ooh.
Round the back door and
great
safe. Safe is Michelle Beadwell. Wow, oh wow. Players step up in the big moment. Beadwell stepping up right now.
Well done to get that dive around the back of the base there.
So stolen base for Bedwell. Luke Royal. Opportunity now with a runner in scoring position. Just one down. So all locked up at 3 apiece. Let's try to get to the end of this. Tanisha Otahu playing Riccarton. This one fouls off. Here's a chance for us to get the story out. All locked up. Next up the bat is young Miss Hokamo. And what did you do to that poor pitcher from Riccarton?
Welcomed her to New Zealand.
That's a walk-off home run for Hokamo and Otahu. Get their campaign started on the winning format on a day 1 here for 2025. Inside-out swing. Stockford, a little juggle. But they will get the out at first base. This will allow the base runner now to go to third, only 60 feet away. As we mentioned, you've got the feature match tonight. Talk to the Park, scheduled for 5 p.m. We're thinking about 10 p.m. now. No.
Let's hope not.
But it'll be bare minimum, it'll be 6, maybe 7 p.m. I'd say, somewhere in that, well, the pace of the games are going. Here's one that comes through the zone, and Wido goes, "Are you sure?" There's Bedwell. She's willed herself to third base. Look, covered from top to bottom with pure determination right now. Want to get that go-ahead run in the bottom of the 6th innings. This one fouls back. Amber Wido. Didn't get her age yet, but oh boy, is she putting both feet forward. Talk to the Park. You probably don't know because they're from Wellington or Hutt Valley, but I don't know if it's their first women's team ever.
Oh, wow.
But if not first women's team ever, first in a very, very long time.
Have not played against them before in Club Nets.
And a nice pitch on the outside edge will strand the base runner at third base. We're all locked up. Going into the top of the 7th innings. Tanisha, any predictions?
Ramblers have been strong this year. We'll see if they can come back and score a couple runs here.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You're going to spell that when we come back. See you soon. 5-5.
Get the Māori Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make Māori Plus your mate and stream now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Great to have you along for this exciting match, Game 7. Only the second game on our schedule today. We are up to the top of the 7th innings. You see, we're all locked up at 5 runs apiece. I'll walk you through the game. Mount Albert Ramblers came charging out of the blocks, 4 runs in the top of the first innings. TA replied with 1 in the bottom of the first. Then Ramblers, another run in the top of the third before TA showed some life. 3 runs in the bottom of the third innings. Got the game kind of close at that time. TA have picked up another run in the bottom of the 5th. And that locks us up at 5 runs apiece. Anyone's ball game right here, right now. Really looking forward to seeing how this one works its way out. First baseman woman for Ramblers, Karsten Fuya Moana. Let me check that again. Fuya Maono. First baseman slugger for Ramblers. Catches her on the front foot with a changer. Real tight game here. Okay, Tanisha Okamo joining us in the booth. I told you I'd put it to the test. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Go.
I think we should leave that one for Mary Poppins. Chopper.
Oi.
Chopper. I'm a scientist, not an English major.
Okay. All right. Sincerely?
Not even that one.
I can never get that one right. And excuse me, swing Texas Leaguer from Fuya Maono gets her down to first base. Designated runner comes out of the dugout, Penny Starr. And Penny Starr just been named in the U23 New Zealand side, I believe. So, up and coming rising star. Excuse the pun.
Yeah, very excited to see what those under-23s can bring to the game and what they do over in Canada Cup. Yeah,
Layla Bailey McDowell. Yes, indeed. Canada Club, such a great tournament. Deep, talented fields, as in quality of the opposition to play against, and a good duration of the tournament too. So, good foresight by Softball New Zealand to send 2 teams this year, the White Sox and the 23s. I believe a little bit of merging between the 2 teams to make sure both teams are set up right type thing. Layla Bailey McDowell has been outstanding today, both defensively and offensively. An RBI in the first innings, a walk in the second. Pinch hit for the third time round. But now on the back of this one, Bailey McDowell has come to the house. A 2-run shot by Big 22 here in the top of the 7th innings. Ramblers lead 7 runs to 5. Layla Bailey McDowell pinch hit in her last at bat I was questioning the methodology behind that at the time, and boy, oh boy, she got on the back of that one. And Tanisha, with the distance the fences are set this week, we're going to see lots of that action. How cool.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Maybe not as pitches, but for, as a hitter, can't wait.
Get in there. Big 2-run shot for Bailey McDowell. Puts Mount Albert Ramblers out to 2-run buffer in the top of the 7th innings now. This one pops up. Shallow second baseman will go back and take that one, and Winiata Inoka. I tell you what, we see a replay of the dust coming out of the glove of Winiata Inoka here. The young player up now, Jessie Jackson. I don't know much about her. But boy, I've liked what I've seen out of her today. Simply outstanding. I'll tell you, Tanisha, every time she's been up, she's been trouble with a capital T. There's one of her exponents, her pace, but she had a line drive to centre right field, played her to run her first at bat. Then a Texas Leaguer was only undone by a fantastic running catch from Burgess at centre field. Then a walk, and as you just see, she's got the tools to drop it down. I like what to see of this young kid, Jessie Jackson.
Yeah, she looks like she's got some tools going on, and definitely her speed has been a threat this year playing against Ramblers. Yeah, very exciting to see what she can do.
Well, and just as a quick of a flash here, as the score changes, so do the grounds crew out at left field. They're out there to repair the fence. That one, when it went over the fence, the outfielder Lewin ran through it. Look at them out there quick as a snap. North Harbour's ground crew, one of the very, very best. And just while we're away, a good placement of pitch from Harrison on the outside edge. Picks up the strikeout of Jessie Jackson. I guess they call that the commentator curse, Tanisha.
They sure does.
Top of the shop now, Beth Reed. This one fouls back. So Tanisha, talk to the park. You've got them later today, and I mentioned it's, if not their first, but in a very, very long time, they've had a Premier Women's team led by Go to Club Nationals. You won't know much about them at all, will you?
No, I just saw maybe an inning or two of their earlier game today against Kaiapoi.
Right. How did they go in that game, do you know?
They started pretty well.
Yeah.
They lefty hitter, I'm not sure who the player was, hit one over the left field fence for Tuatara Park.
Oh, yeah, that'll be... yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, very good. Very good hit. Very nice swing.
Mm. Slow roller here. Reed will make it close with their pace. But that'll do us through the top of the 7th innings. Chopper's not very good at keeping control of that scoreboard, is he? But it doesn't matter. What does matter is Layla Bailey McDowell with a big 2-run shot. Gives Ramblers the lead, 7 runs to 5. Bottom of the 7th coming up next.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
The music is pumping and it's all rocking, and even over on Diamond 2, Waitakere Bears are taking on Horswell. They're in the top of the fourth innings. Waitakere Bears with a margin 10 runs to nil over on Diamond 2 level off field. Back to Freemanfield Diamond 1 now, and the action continues here in the top of the bottom of the seventh innings. Te Aroha will take to the batter's box. They'll send three of their best. Top of the shot, Kiri Winiate Norcut, Caitlin Lawn, and Lara Andrews, 1, 2, and 3. This one outside.
Right part of your order to be up in the bottom of the seventh right now?
Yeah. Sure is. And a big swing and a miss from the relief pitching of Merck. Oh, good pitch on the outside edge. I mean, a really good tailing away pitch there to get the first out. Caitlin Lewin will come in next. Tanisha Hokamo has been joining us for the last couple of innings or so. Coming up next on Diamond 1 will be Roosters. Tori Talamahina will be up against the Miramars. Georgia Simpson. Roosters Miramar. How do you see that one go?
I'm actually not sure how Miramar is going this year, but Roosters have done a good job in the comp, and yeah, really looking forward to seeing what they can bring.
Just looking at Miramar's lineup, that might be Talia Salas Gorgio that'll come into pitch. She's a designated player in that lineup, I'd say, for Miramar. But we'll find out when they take the diamond. And from here, bottom of the seventh in approximately 20 minutes' time. I'd like to say there's 15 minutes between games, but between the end of the last one and the start of this one, I think we've got about 4.5. They just mowed through it because the games are running so late. Just after 4 p.m. right now, so we're at least an hour behind schedule. So fouls back. As I mentioned, that's all okay with us. It just means extra softball and extra time at the ballpark, which kind of makes for a happy chopper. Tanisha?
You definitely love this ballpark.
I do love this ballpark, you did right. And the game itself. 1 and 2 the count now. We have got high definition lights here. We can play until the sun comes up if we wish. No restriction on lights at Rosedale Park. It's away from all the residential areas. And we've had some great games go till midnight and past in years gone by.
Fingers crossed that won't be us tonight, though.
We'll talk to the park.
Great job.
Oi, there's a nice pitch on the inside edge. So just like that, in the blink of an eye, Te Aroha down their last out here. And as their experienced campaigner, Lara Andrews will come up to bat. Merck, an opportunity to close this one out. Tanisha, let's ask that question of you. When you're on the mound, let's ask it two-way here. If you're on the mound in this situation, 2-run lead, 1 out left to go, what are you thinking? And someone like Lara Andrews up the bat.
In this moment with a 2-run lead, I definitely have full trust in myself and in my field to get the job done.
Yeah.
Great hitter.
Yeah.
But I will be going at her with 2 outs in this position.
Okay, let's flip around now. As this pitch comes down the kitchen sink, let's flip it around now. You're 2 runs down. You're facing Merck in the bottom of the 7th. What's going through your head as a hitter?
I'm looking for my pitch, the one I want. I'm not chasing anything because Lion does a great job at getting batters to chase. But just really looking for solid contact to get a runner on.
Yep.
Always just pushing for one, bringing up the next batter.
Good mindset. There you go. Tanisha Hokamo, player coach for Otahuhu, also representative for New Zealand White Sox. And a good pitch on the outside corner. So 1 strike away now is Ramblers from wrapping up game 7 here. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Merck changes the pitch. She's ready now and happy. Looking to finish it. And on the outside edge, she does. A little curving action. Takes care of business. And a big win from Mount Albert Ramblers. 4 runs in the top of the first innings. Came back all locked up until a 2-run shot from Bailey McDowd proved the difference here today as they pick up the win. 7 runs to 5. Tanisha, you were here from almost half the game. What did you think?
Hey, great job from both teams. TA coming back and tying it up, but then Ramblers getting that hit. Layla getting that hit out. Great job for both.
I'm going to pick up the player of the match when I come back after that. I want to know who is the funniest teammate in Otahu when I come back. Of course, we just mentioned 4 runs scored in the top of the first by Ramblers. They jumped out of the gates really fast. TA with 1 run in the bottom of the first innings. The third top of Ramblers grab another run. TA answered with 3 runs in the bottom of the third innings. Made the game a 1-run ball game. The bottom of the 5th, they locked it up at 5 apiece. And it wasn't until Layla Bailey McDowd in the top of the 7th innings puts a massive charge into one with a 2-run shot to left field to make the difference. She is the Beyond the Dugout broadcasting player of the match, the catcher for Mount Albert Ramblers, Layla Bailey McDowd. Funniest teammate from Otahu?
This might be a surprise to my teammates, but I find Clover Alapaki really funny. She's a bit quiet, but she has a bit of a silent assassin in her, and she makes some pretty funny comments.
Well, there you go. Clover Alapaki, the funniest silent assassin teammate in the Otahuhu team. Just want to thank you for coming in today, Tanisha. I want to wish you and Otahuhu the best of luck for the rest of the Women's Club Nationals. I know you'll have the eye firmly on the prize. Got to get past to the park first. Good luck.
Thanks,
and
Papa. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're done through game 7. Don't go too far. We'll be right back. Coming up, the big game. It'll be Roosters taking on Miramar here in about 15 minutes. Ka kite.